Welcome back to the Hallmark Report. Of course, this is looking at all the Hallmark holiday movies that are coming out, and they are coming fast and furious now, aren't they? We have our Hallmark movie correspondent, Kinsey Campbell, here to run down. Is it 5 this week?
It's 5, yeah.
It's 5 this week. 5 new Hallmark holiday movies. But before we get to those, we want to check in with the new thing they're doing this year, which is Holiday Limited Series.
Yes. So this week was episode 2 of Mistletoe Murders.
And how was that?
So this was Poison in a Pear Tree Part 2.
Are they all just going to be parts, or do they...
So what I have now learned is they're doing a mystery in 2 episodes.
Oh, so they're basically doing like the BBC 90-minute thing, but not airing it that way.
Yes.
Okay.
That is what they are doing.
All right, I follow.
The first mystery got wrapped up.
Gotcha.
In this episode.
Okay. All right, that makes more sense. Was it satisfying?
Yeah. I mean, it was.
It was solved.
This town is full of like the worst liars. Is what I learned in this episode. Everyone is terrible at lying. But this episode did have a hot chocolate tasting party, a barn fight, and Christmas karaoke, on top of solving a murder.
So a lot going on.
Lot going on in this one. But she's now feels like she's a part of the town and wants to protect it. So
there's going to be more murders in this town.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
There'll be a new murder next week. We figured out who killed June the vet's fiance.
This is always the thing with the cozy mysteries to me, is they're always set in these like small towns, and you're like, boy, these things run long enough, there's going to be nobody left.
Yeah. Because this was like a guy who lived in the town.
Right,
like
yeah. I know, that's always the thing with these, they always take place in these like idyllic small towns, but you are going like, there's only so many people in the town.
There wouldn't be many people in here.
No, I mean, and the murder rate would be through the roof. Like, people would be, you'd get, the federal agents would be fascinated by what's happening in this town.
Oh, yeah.
That their like per capita murder rate would be skyrocketing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be another murder because it's the Mistletoe Murders, so...
Murders, yeah, plural, so...
Yeah. So, well, we'll see who gets murdered.
Keep us updated on the carnage in this small town.
Yeah.
Did the other one premiere this week? Was that the other thing?
That will premiere next week.
Next week, okay. So we're still just
I'll
looking
talk
at
about that next week.
Mistletoe Murders so far. All right, so that out of the way. You're enjoying Mistletoe Murders, though?
Yeah, I'm enjoying Mistletoe Murders. I enjoy a cozy mystery.
Okay, yeah. All right. It sounds like they're giving Hallmark fans what they want with that, if you're into the mystery side of Hallmark. Okay. Well, let's dive into the movies then. We've got 5, which is that's the most we've had so far.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Okay. So, 5, what kicked it off? What was the first one this week?
The first one is a Hallmark Plus movie, which is called Unwrapping Christmas, Tina's Miracle.
Oh, right, because this is part of a series. There's going to be more Unwrapping Christmas movies, right?
There are going to be more Unwrapping Christmas movies.
Okay.
This one stars Natalie Hall and Alex Santos. I
don't know
Natalie
them.
Hall has been in Hallmark before. Alex Santos is, if you've watched a show that was shot in Canada.
Oh, so I've probably seen him.
On it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
This one is about a successful gift wrapping shop owner, Tina, is in charge of planning this year's annual Christmas gala. But things begin to go awry when the gala faces cancellation due to a Scrooge-like estate owner.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
People are always trying to shut stuff down in these movies, it seems like.
Yes. There's this guy wants to shut down the house she wants to throw this gala in.
Okay.
And then, but I was very fascinated by the idea that she's a gift wrap shop owner, because
so she only sells gift wrap.
She wraps gifts professionally.
Oh,
all year long.
Oh, because it's not like a paper source or something where they sell different. That would make more sense, is what you're saying.
No, I see. Sells like cards. It looked like, but it looks like the entire business is her wrapping gifts.
Okay, yeah, that's a made up Hallmark business.
And I'm like, I don't think that's a thing, and I don't think that could keep running. They made it seem like we have so many customers.
I mean, like,
but,
Christmas would be like 99.9% of their business, right?
Yeah, but she made it very clear this is what we do all year long.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
It's not just Christmas.
That's weird. It's not like it's a department store that has a gift wrap option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I was very confused by that. Also, I think I've lost count of how many Christmas galas I've seen this year.
Those do seem to be big.
It seems like every movie features a Christmas gala.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm losing count of the Christmas galas that I have attended.
Okay.
The other weird part of this movie is the main guy, who's this wealthy. He's very wealthy because he has this very successful company.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's trying to shut down the gala.
Obviously.
He at one point he has like a 13-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to pick her up at school. The school's like, we don't really know how to work with your daughter because she needs like specialized reading and writing because she has dyslexia.
Right.
And we don't know how to help her. We doubt there's any other school that can help her. So he goes, fine, I'll open my own school.
Yeah, that's rational. I love the idea.
And I'm like,
I love the idea of a school going, we can't help her, and no school can.
Yeah, which is insane.
That's ridiculous. What could be wrong with her? It doesn't sound like she has a crazy rare learning disability.
She has dyslexia.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of...
Which is the known...
Yeah, it's ridiculously common, so...
Yeah, so, yeah, he goes, I'll open up a school for her and other kids who have special needs. And that's what I'll do. And it's like, how are you going to do that, man? I get you have money, but, like, what do you know about running a school?
Yeah, that's
he keeps talking
a
about
Hallmark
that, like,
fantasy
when I opened
world.
that school for her.
This is a Hallmark fantasy world.
Yeah. But of course, because it's Hallmark,
it all works out. Yeah, of course.
It all works out in the end.
It'll be fine. What did you think of this one?
I did not enjoy Unwrapping Christmas. Tina's Miracle.
Now, the Unwrapping Christmas series, what's connecting these?
Oh, they're connected by these women were roommates in college and are still best friends.
Okay.
And so we're going to follow the different women.
So the characters who will be the main characters, the other ones are in this one?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
We've seen the women and I think one of the guys, but...
This is the Hallmark MCU, right?
Yes, they're building that.
Yeah, it's a shared universe. Yeah, shared universe. Even Hallmark needs to get in on the shared universe train.
Yeah.
All right. So how many? What have we done? How many? Did we do Christmas trees yet? No, I don't think we did.
We could do gifts.
Oh, okay. There, yeah. Good. There you go. How many wrapped gifts does this one get?
Honestly, I'm going real low, and I'm going 1.
1? Is this the first one that you've given 1 to? I can't remember if you maybe gave another one.
This movie was very boring. The main guy is so dull. I don't know if that was the part. I haven't seen him act in anything else, but oh my goodness, he was dull.
Mm-hmm.
I think he delivered every line the exact same way.
Okay.
And they did not have any chemistry. I was very bored by it and just kind of checked out. I can't recommend it. There's nothing to recommend.
Wow.
I guess the daughter was kind of charming.
And across the board, 1 star for the daughter.
There's nothing where I can
one
say
wrapped
like,
gift for the daughter.
Because like it has this fun storyline or you get to see this location. No, it's pretty.
Oh wow.
Pretty boring.
Hopefully not indicative of the whole Unwrapping Christmas franchise.
We'll see what happens with the next Unwrapping Christmas.
Okay. All right. So that one you're saying was probably the worst one you've seen then.
Yeah, we'll get. It's interesting what the next one is.
What is the next one?
The next one is a Hallmark mystery movie.
Okay.
Called 5 Gold Rings.
5 gold rings, not golden rings.
5 gold rings.
5 gold rings. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just gold. This stars Holland Roden, who is known for being on the Teen Wolf.
Okay.
And Nolan Gerard Funk.
Terrible name, I guess. I'm sorry, Dan, but that's a terrible name. Funk is not a great last name.
It it takes an unfortunate turn there at the end. He's another like been on all the CW shows guy.
Canada. These are Canadian people, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know about her, but I think he is because I know he was on Arrow.
Okay.
I saw that he did an Arrow episode.
Well, once again, if you're just up there, yeah.
Yeah, this one is about New York City painter Audrey Moss returns to her small hometown in Minnesota for the holidays and is met with an unexpected quest from her beloved late grandmother. Okay. Find the owners of 5 mysterious gold rings and return them to their rightful homes before Christmas morning, only 9 days away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So she's got to get these rings. First of all, she has to figure out who owns the rings.
Yeah. Why? I'm sorry, but what is because they're gifts? Is that the idea? Why do they have to be by Christmas? Why the ticking clock?
Because that's what her grandma did. Her grandma would find lost items and return them to their owners on Christmas.
Okay. I mean, once again, stakes are just impossibly low over on Hallmark.
Yeah.
Because, like, if she doesn't do that, they get them on the 26th. I don't know. You know what? Like.
Yeah, I don't know what would happen if they didn't get them by Christmas, but this is what her grandma does.
Okay.
This was her grandma's thing, and she has now died.
Yeah.
And so the granddaughter must go on this quest.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So she was joined on this quest by a childhood friend who is now a private investigator.
Sure.
And he is the one helping her return the lost items.
Okay. Sure.
But there's a last second twist with him.
One of the rings belongs to him?
That he knew the whole time that she would ask him for help because the grandmother told you she's going to come to you one day and need help with something.
Wait, the ghost of the grandmother, or?
No, before she died.
Oh, okay.
And
so not magic.
No, there's no magic in this.
Okay. Still no magic. Not a lot of magic going on.
There's going to be magic in one of these movies.
Oh, good.
So it's like this last 10 minutes of the movie. It's like, oh, by the way, I've lied to you this whole time.
Who cares, though?
And I'm like, why are we throwing this in at the last second?
But also, like, what lied about what? That the grandmother told him that?
Yeah, well, she gets mad.
I don't even understand why he lied about it.
I don't know.
What does it matter?
I don't know. There's also a lie about one of the rings. As I said, you can sum this up as George Costanza is with Titanic of this old lady. She's just a liar. There's so many lies that this grandmother told.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, she just lied about a bunch
of
stuff.
We've talked about this. These movies love subterfuge in some capacity.
And this all comes like within the last 10 minutes of just like, oh, there was just like a whole bunch of lies we didn't know.
Great.
Yeah. Very strange.
I just
toss that in.
Twists and turns. M. Night Shyamalan makes a Hallmark movie, I guess.
Now that would be fascinating.
I would love to see that. I say give one of these auteur directors a Hallmark movie. Just see what they do.
Yeah. Just see what happens.
Who knows?
Something.
His thing is he loves making movies for like no money. Well, let's give him really no money then.
Yeah, this would be very, very low.
That'd be a challenge. That's out to you, M. Night. I know you watch.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he's watching every episode.
I'm sure he is. So what do you give this one? 5 gold rings.
What's interesting about this one is I'm also giving it a 1.
Boy, this was a rough week.
This movie also very, very boring and a very dull lead actor.
Oh, well, that's make or break with these, obviously, because the plots are whatever.
She's trying her best, but there is nothing.
Who is this? Who is the lead of this?
Holland Roden.
Yeah,
she's from Teen Wolf.
She said Teen Wolf.
So I know she has.
I've heard
a fan base.
I've heard that name, and it's probably just from
She's been in other things.
Yeah, but like Teen Wolf is very popular in. Yeah. While I don't watch it in the circles I travel in, genre horror stuff. So I've probably seen at least the entire cast of Teen Wolf.
Probably because you watch some things that have actors from Teen Wolf in them.
Yeah, that aren't just the Superman show that one of the Teen Wolf guys is in.
Yeah, he's not on Hallmark. Sadly.
No, because he's being Superman.
I know, but he would be far more charming than most.
Of course he would. That's why he plays Superman over on another network.
We need that energy.
Yeah. Well, I know they
We
had,
did have a couple Supermans.
yeah, one considerably better than the other, I think.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great one. 9 Lives of Christmas. If you need a good one, track
Yeah.
down 9 Lives of Christmas.
Well,
It's a delight.
like, I mean, I do think that's almost like I was saying, that's like a broad strokes umbrella for these, right? Is the
Yeah.
plots are going to be whatever. It's make or break by how charming the actors are, of course.
So, like, I know that she has fans. You can watch her in something better than this. Like,
Okay.
she's perfectly fine in this.
Yeah.
But she just has nothing to,
Yeah.
play off of with him. Like, they don't have a lot of chemistry.
Yeah, that's rough. That's
He's
rough
so
to
dull
watch.
that it's like, she's trying, but there's just nothing for her.
That's tough. So another one gift rating.
It's pretty boring.
Eesh, that's not good.
Yeah.
You don't want
This was
that.
a rough week.
It sounds like it, yeah. All right. Well, do things improve on this next one?
This one is better.
Okay. What do we got now?
Trivia at St. Nick's.
Trivia
is
at
the
St.
next one.
Okay.
This stars Tammin Zersick and Brant
That's-
Daughtry.
Okay. You could have just made up those two names for all I know.
They are actually both known for being on Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, see that I would
then-
have no idea who was on Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah, they were both on Pretty Little Liars, and then he has been doing Hallmark for several years
And that
now.
feels like a natural transition from that show to Hallmark.
Yes, we will have some more Pretty Little Liars people.
Oh, okay. Was
coming
she
up
one
this
of the
holiday.
titular Pretty Little Liars?
No,
Oh, okay. She was a
she
truth
was not
teller.
one of them. She was on the show, but I don't believe she was actually one of the Pretty Little Liars.
She was an ugly big truth teller, which of course would be the opposite.
I think she was blind on the show.
Once again,
I
you
think
could
that
say
was a thing.
you could say anything.
I think there was like is she actually blind, or like is she
Oh, but-
pretending to be
oh, I
blind and
see.
she knows things she shouldn't? I think there was something with
Because
that.
there
but
were
I
just
might
so
be
many
wrong.
lies going around on that show. I know nothing about the show.
There's so many lies on Pretty Little Liars that
I mean, I guess.
I watched some of it, but
Yeah, I remember you
I
watching some
think
of
that
it, yeah.
was I think that was a thing,
Okay.
but it was so
Well,
long
so
ago
what's
I could be wrong.
What's this one about? A trivia
This-
contest, I take it?
Yes, this
Wow.
is when students all flee an elite university in Vermont for winter break. The locals and faculty hunker down for their favorite time of year, the annual Christmas Bar Trivia Tournament. Due to a last-minute change-up, an astronomy professor and a football coach must endure the ultimate holiday scavenger hunt on campus.
Okay. So we're kind of doing Alexander Payne's The Leftovers.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're adding this trivia, but it's not it's a scavenger hunt, which is different than a trivia night.
What's weird is the scavenger hunt is part of it. It's mostly about the trivia tournament.
Okay. Well, that's weird because I would think the scavenger hunt would actually be more of a movie plot, but
I mean, there's a part of it that's about the scavenger hunt, but a lot of it is about the trivia
okay.
game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are two people who are mismatched. Shocking for
Yes.
Hallmark.
Yes, they're mismatched. She is an astronomy professor. She's a lot.
Okay.
She's a lot.
Okay.
Like to the point where I'm like, I don't know if people would spend time with her.
I feel like
'cause
you've said that about a few characters in these.
She's hard to be around, and she's harsh on these people who just want to have fun at
Yeah.
a trivia tournament at a
Yeah.
bar, and she's like screaming at them that they need to win.
Well, you know those astronomy professors.
And then he is part of the college football coaching staff. And she doesn't like him because she's like, he's dumb. He just coaches football. She's very harsh to him. She's very mean to him. And he's
Nice.
actually pretty nice.
Of
I'm
course.
like, he's pretty nice. I don't know why she's being so mean to him.
I don't know.
But yeah, she's real rough on him.
I'm guessing
just
they
like,
fall
"You
in love,
dummy."
though. Do they fall in love?
What?
Yeah.
What gave that away?
I know. That was just two mismatched people at the beginning of a
What a
Hallmark movie.
shock.
No one could ever
Yeah.
guess that they would end up
No
being
one could have
perfect
ever
for each
guessed
other.
that they would fall in love.
No, of course not. That'd be
Yeah.
ridiculous to assume that.
Yeah. Yeah. This one I would give a 3.
3?
It's solid.
This one's down the middle?
I liked the trivia team. I actually liked them more than the main couple.
You're like, get
I
back to
really
the
liked
trivia.
The trivia people. I actually loved all the stuff with the trivia game. When the two went off by their own, I was like, this isn't as interesting. Get back to the trivia people.
Get back to the trivia. Okay.
Yeah,
All
so-
right.
I will give it a 3. Yeah.
Three wrapped
It's
gifts
solid. It's
for
perfectly fine.
trivia at St. Nick's. Is that what it is?
Yep, trivia at St. Nick's.
Okay, there you go. What do we got next? Was this our fourth one?
This is our 4th one,
What is that?
which is Santa Tell Me.
Santa Tell
Which
Me.
Santa Tell Me, which has Aaron Krakow, Daniel Lissing.
I know
Benjamin
Daniel Lissing.
You do know Daniel Lissing.
Yeah.
Daniel Lissing was on one of your many canceled too soon shows.
Yeah, Last Resort with Andre Braugher.
Yep, he was on Last Resort.
That's definitely what I know from.
He's now on Hallmark.
I think he's Australian, isn't he?
I believe he is Australian.
I think he is. I think that show shot in Australia. A lot of the cast was Australian.
He was obviously not using that in this.
No.
movie.
Isn't he on one of Hallmark's shows?
He was. So Aaron Krakow and Daniel Lissing were the stars of When Calls the Heart.
Yeah, and that was their big one, right? She's still on it.
She's still on When Calls the Heart. He left. He's no longer on it. This was them reuniting.
Isn't that show in like season 15 or something insane?
It's been on for a very long time.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, season 12 it's going into according to IMDb.
Yeah, so he left like, I don't know, season 6 or
well, he's still in the poster that's the IMDb thing
yeah.
for it.
So this was, if you're a fan of that show, this was a big one for you because it was reuniting the When Calls the Heart people.
I will tell you, actually, because I pulled up the IMDb here. She's actually been in more episodes of that show than anyone.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she's been in 122 of them. Yeah, 122 of those things. Wow. Second, Jack Wagner.
Oh, right, Jack Wagner's on there.
Yeah.
If you're a Melrose Place fan.
Yep.
You can go check out Jack Wagner on When Calls the Heart.
Yeah. Anyway.
This also has Benjamin Aris, Christopher Russell, who we saw in Operation Nutcracker.
Well, you saw him.
Yeah.
I still don't know who that is.
I saw him in Operation Nutcracker. And Kurt Zerka.
Don't know.
Because there's a lot of guys in this one.
Okay.
We've assembled a team.
Santa Tell Me.
Men for this one.
Santa tell her what? One, which guy to pick?
So,
yeah.
This is when Olivia, a successful interior designer, finds an old letter from Santa promising she'll meet the love of her life by Christmas Eve and that his name will be Nick. She's stunned to meet not one, but 3 guys named Nick. In addition to navigating 3 holiday romances, she finds herself drawn to a coworker.
Oh, that's who she ends up with.
But her coworker's name is Chris.
Oh, okay. Well, then whatever. I don't know. That's probably who she ends up with, though.
He doesn't have the right name because his name is Chris.
Oh, but he changed it because it used to be Nick.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible. Maybe he goes by a middle name.
Yeah. Just like Robin in the Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
Whose name is Robin. Don't get me started. That's my mistake. I'm forgetting that.
So yes, this one, Santa is real.
Yes, of course.
100% he is real. He has given her magic paper where he gives her like riddles.
Santa has nothing better to do.
She will find this guy.
I love some of these movies where Santa's real and you're like, that's what he's doing?
Yeah, he's writing riddles on magic paper.
God, what happened to him just making toys for kids?
No. Well, this is what she asked for. As a child, she wrote a letter to Santa saying, please tell me the name of my one true love. And
he got so backlogged, he's only given to her when she's like in her 30s.
Well, she finds it in like a heating vent when she goes back to the house. Because she's going to remodel the house for like an HGTV style show. And when she goes in there, she's like, what's this glowing in this vent? And it's this letter from Santa that she's like, oh, this got lost.
Okay.
Yeah. So then she obviously meets the Chris's, which are all Hallmark.
Or the Nicks, and he's Chris, right?
Yeah. So there's Nick A, who's a doctor.
Yeah.
There's Nick B, who's a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick C, who's a fireman.
Oh, of course.
And she meets them all in a row and is like, whoa, I keep meeting Chris's. I have to date all 3 of them to figure out who is my one true love.
But it's the one that isn't named Nick.
It's her coworker.
Yeah. Because he's the guy from the show she was on. I mean,
She's the guy. Yeah.
did anybody
Yeah.
think that was going to go any other way?
I think they wanted it to be like, who's she gonna pick, because they put, I mean, two of the three guys are Hallmark regulars.
Right.
So I think it was supposed to be like, oh, which one is it? Because like we see all these guys on Hallmark.
But if you know that it was going to be the guy she was reuniting with from, that
Well,
makes
yeah,
sense.
because he's also the guy we spend the most amount of time with.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, the classic
Yeah,
thing.
like we're
Oh,
with him most of the movie.
right. So he does one of these like yearly listing. He seems to be
Yes.
one of their guys.
Oh, he definitely is.
I also forgot he had a terrible story arc on SWAT that I don't need to get into. But
Nope.
also Sean Ryan also created Last
This
Resort.
isn't the SWAT podcast.
Not yet.
No. Yeah.
So what do you give this one? How many gifts does this get?
Okay, hear me out on this.
Uh-oh.
I know this movie sounds.
It sounds pretty. I mean, it sounds like what I would expect the plot of one of these to be.
It sounds kind of strange because we got Santa as a character writing riddles. But honestly, it's the best I've seen.
Of the all year this year?
I'm giving it a 4.
Giving it a 4. Yeah. Okay.
It's very charming. I was very charmed by this. They've done a show together. They have great chemistry. I really like him.
Yeah.
He's easily one of the best people I've seen on a Hallmark movie.
Oh, he's actually a good actor, yeah.
Yeah, he's not like over the top. Very charming. Really liked him. His character's very nice. I said they have obviously a very great chemistry. I think this was creative for Hallmark to try and do something where it's like, oh, which one is it? We're gonna put these people that you know in it. I thought that was kind of clever.
Okay.
I will say it does steal from Christmas Vacation the idea of showing time passing at the holidays by using an advent calendar.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, we're just doing.
I mean, I almost start from an assumption on these that they're just going to steal from classic Christmas movies.
Yeah, but this one, really, I recommend watching it. It's very fun.
So
Santa's
far,
real from the start, so it's not like,
that's fine.
Santa?
I've said that before. If you just want to start there, what I don't like is that it seems totally real, and then suddenly Santa's real. So
yes, that Operation Nutcracker did that earlier, where they threw in Santa in the last 10 minutes. This one, from the start.
That's fine then. Because then you've established that's the world. It's a world where Santa's real. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
okay. So far, this is the best one of 2024. You're saying?
Yeah.
All
recommend Santa Tell Me.
Santa Tell Me. All right. Gets 4 Christmas gifts. All right. So then I take it. Yeah. The last one not as good.
Not as good. No.
Okay.
Not terrible, but not as good.
What's the last one?
This is 'Tis the Season to Be Irish.
Okay, they're really hitting they had the Austrian one. Now they have an Irish one.
Yep. Now we're in Ireland.
Oh, we're actually in Ireland. I wasn't sure if that was a thing where
they actually in Ireland for this.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a thing where they were an Irish family or something, but no, they're actually in Ireland.
It's a woman going to Ireland.
Okay.
This one has Fiona Gubelman.
Sure.
And Owen Mackin.
Don't know either one of them.
She is a Hallmark regular. He, as I mentioned last week, is from Merlin.
Oh,
He's been in other things.
Yeah.
But I particularly know him as Sir Gawain from Merlin. But he also was just on, is it La Brea?
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so some people might. He's done a few TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's done Hallmark before, though. I think this was his first Hallmark.
Right.
The synopsis for this is a house flipper heads to Ireland to renovate and sell a cottage, but her plans change when she meets a local realtor determined to preserve his town's heritage.
Okay, that sounds about right.
So this is our second house flipping movie because Santa Tell Me was also about house flipping.
Okay.
So that has become very popular on Hallmark. It is gorgeous, like this cottage, and the view from this cottage is very beautiful because we are in Ireland, so we have, beautiful cliffs to look at.
Sure. I mean, that does a lot for these movies.
Yeah. As they mentioned, he's very anti-house flipping. He's very grumpy because people are coming to his village.
Of course.
And flipping houses.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very against that. So he's like trying to stand in her way of doing things. But then, of course, they realize that they might love each other.
Oh, no way. So many twists and turns.
Yep. This one, I don't think I've talked about this in any other movies. I'm kind of obsessed with the amount of coats that Hallmark women have, and
Oh,
especially when they travel. Like, she has so many coats. She has like 4 different coats that she took to Ireland, which I'm like, you just wouldn't take that many coats.
you
You
would
just
not.
wouldn't. But yeah, so this one did have me noticing, just like, my God, she has a lot of coats.
No, yeah,
And of
it does,
course,
and that's actually. I mean, I guess
yeah,
I wonder if it's a thing where they're where they're showing these off or something because like that's also
I
just
have no
harder on the
idea.
costume department.
Oh yeah, they'll give these women so many coats. I don't know why. If they want me to like notice a brand, they don't highlight the brands.
I mean, is it just a thing where I mean, obviously conceivably the target audience for these are women who might be like, "Ooh, that's a
Mhm.
nice coat." Like, is
I mean,
part
they
of the
are very
appeal
nice
to
coats.
is part of the appeal like the landscape and the fashion and the
Rob, I'm guessing that's what it is. Like, oh,
yeah.
they'll want to see them in nice coats
Right, yeah,
and be
that's
like,
going to
oh,
be part of
pretty.
the appeal to this. Is I like the coat she wore
Yeah,
in that part.
yeah. So
Yeah,
she's got
okay.
a lot of coats, a lot of colors.
All right.
Every coat's a different color. And because it's in Ireland, of course, we had to sing Danny Boy.
Oh, wait. Yes, I was thinking it was going to be a Christmas song. No,
No,
it's Danny Boy.
no,
Okay.
it's Danny Boy. So they do, of course, have to sing that while looking
Ireland does just
out
have
at
the
the
one
water.
song. It's also free.
Yeah, and this movie does have an undercover pop star who's available to sing Danny Boy for them.
Undercover pop star.
Undercover pop star who has cut her hair and come to a small Irish town, and now no one knows who she is.
If any pop star has gone undercover, they've always been successful because I've never heard about that in reality. Like somebody being discovered as an undercover pop
Yeah,
star. But it happens
if
all
they
the
just
time in movies.
if they just cut their hair and went by Caitlin instead of Kate, and now it's like, who is she?
Yeah, that really. I mean, was it Hannah Montana? It was just a wig, wasn't it?
That's true. She's pulling a Hannah Montana.
Yeah, secret
Yeah,
pop stars.
yeah. So undercover pop star, which I was not expecting.
No,
So
no.
surprises.
What did you think of what's this one called again? It's something Irish.
'Tis the season to be Irish.
'Tis the season to be Irish. Okay, wait,
Yes.
how was this one?
I'd give this a 3. It's
3.
perfectly fine.
This one's
And also it
standard.
gets points for being shot in Ireland, and you get to look at the beauty that is Ireland.
Yeah, that does a
Um,
lot for these. Same with the Austrian one, I would imagine. Yeah.
yeah, they're both good. So it makes it easier to watch. There's a cute lamb called Lamb Chop that's in it, so points for a cute lamb.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. So there you go. But you're saying the one to watch is the Santa Tell Me.
Santa Tell Me is the one I would be like, prioritize that.
All right. There you go. How many you got? You got another? Is it another 5 next week?
It is another 5 next week. Next week is jam-packed with stuff.
Because the new show premieres too. You're saying.
Yep. So next week has the 3rd episode of Mistletoe Murders, which is Peril of the Bells, Part 1.
Okay.
And that's bells with an E on the end.
Okay.
So
Whatever.
we'll see what that means. Then we have the first 2 episodes of their new show,
Ooh.
Holidays,
Okay.
which is Holidays with a Z-E.
Yeah, I kind
At
of
the
assumed
end.
that was what it was going to be.
And then Unwrapping Christmas, Mia's Prince.
Okay. Right. Yeah. We'll see how the Unwrapping Christmas franchise holds
Yes.
up.
We'll see if they can rebound. And then A Reason for the Season,
Okay.
Christmas with the Sings,
Okay.
Jingle Bell Run,
Sure.
and Confessions of a Christmas Letter.
Okay.
And I will say,
That sounds
if you are a
mysterious.
fan of The Office,
Mhm.
I would check out Confessions of a Christmas Letter
Mm.
because they've got some Office people in there.
Oh, and I'm sure they're promoting the hell out of that.
Oh, I'm sure they are. They have to.
Hmm. I think they
That's
made a
big
big
for
deal
them.
about the Sabrina people on that last one. So
Oh, yeah, they definitely did.
yeah. So All right. Well, we'll be back with those next week. In the meantime, if you want more from us at Punch Up Entertainment, you can head over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/punchupent. That's Punch Up ENT. Also, make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment below, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything from us here at the Punch Up Entertainment Network. But I think that's going to wrap things up. We'll see you next week.